The air was thin, the world was white. A giant loomed before me, a titan of rock and ice piercing the very heavens. This was K2, the savage mountain, and I was a mere speck at its base. Its summit, a distant dagger of snow, seemed impossibly far. Fear gnawed at my resolve, yet excitement thrummed in my veins. This was the challenge of a lifetime. This was my Everest. The mountain slopes were a tapestry of white and grey, scarred by crevasses and shadowed by hanging glaciers. The wind howled like a banshee, a constant reminder of the raw, untamed power of nature that held sway here. This was a place of stark beauty, of breathtaking grandeur, but also of inherent danger. Up there on those icy slopes, life was pared back to its essentials. Survival was the only goal. Our journey began in the pale light of dawn. We were a small band of climbers, each driven by our own personal demons and aspirations. Our packs were heavy, laden with supplies for the weeks ahead. Every step was a battle against gravity and fatigue, each breath a labored effort in the thin air. But we pushed on, fueled by a shared dream and the camaraderie that only those who have dared to dream big can truly understand. Days blurred into weeks. The landscape changed with every upward step. Green valleys gave way to rocky moraines, which in turn surrendered to the icy grip of the glaciers. The air grew thinner, colder. The world became a stark canvas of white and blue. We were ants crawling across a giant's face, our progress agonizingly slow but relentless. We were climbers, and this was our domain. The mountain tested us at every turn. It threw everything it had at us, brutal storms that pinned us down for days in our tents, treacherous ice falls that threatened to swallow us whole, and the ever-present specter of altitude sickness. We battled fatigue, frostbite, and despair. We lost comrades along the way, their dreams buried beneath the unforgiving snow. Yet still we climbed. Each night huddled in our tents, the wind screaming outside, we drew strength from each other. We shared stories, fears, and dreams. We reminded ourselves why we were here, why we endured this hardship. It wasn't about conquering the mountain. It was about conquering ourselves. It was about pushing our limits, both physical and mental, and discovering the true extent of our own resilience. The higher we climbed, the more alien the landscape became. Serec's towering pillars of ice loomed over us like frozen giants. Crevasses yawned beneath our feet, hidden traps waiting to swallow the unwary. The wind, now a constant roar, sculpted the snow into fantastic shapes that shifted and danced with every gust. It was a world of desolate beauty, both terrifying and exhilarating. The air was thin, the silence almost absolute. The only sounds were the crunch of our boots on the snow, the rasp of our breath, and the ever-present moan of the wind. It was a symphony of ice and wind, a primal song that resonated deep within our souls. We were intruders in this frozen wilderness, yet at the same time, we were utterly insignificant, dwarfed by the immensity of our surroundings.